Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Burton Ballers. And I'm going to be continuing this Chelsea Real Madrid theme. And today in particular, I'm going to be talking about that former player. You know what I'm talking about, guys. But before I get into the video, guys, you know the drill. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Turn on all post notifications to be notified every time we make a video. And comment and share below.
Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
So, obviously yesterday we had Real Madrid beat Liverpool, and so we already knew the outcome of what would happen if Real Madrid won and Chelsea won. It was going to be the return of a certain Eden Hazard. This is the return of 4 players, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, but the one who is getting most of the news is Eden Hazard, because obviously he was seen as a Chelsea legend and a lot of people are welcoming him back with open arms. So Eden Hazard himself, when he left after the Europa League, he said these words, and let me read them to you. He said, Chelsea, and especially Chelsea fans, will always be special to me. And next season, I will look forward to their results first. I hope that we are drawn against each other in the Champions League next season and every season so that we can meet again. So he's said that. Obviously, when he said that, that's before COVID came along and the fans weren't allowed on the ground. So the reunion that he wanted, he's not going to quite get that reunion, because obviously we can't, give him that farewell that we missed, because it was in Baku a couple of years ago that he left. So we can't greet him back and give him a hero's welcome. So he will be playing against Chelsea, but it's unfortunate there's no fans allowed in to see him. So, when he went to Real Madrid, I wished him well, but guys, I am seeing some bizarre things on Twitter which has left me baffled and not baffling, but it's because this is what I expect now from some of the new age supporters, because there's a lot of them here who don't really support Chelsea the football club. They support a particular player who happens to play for us. And when Eden Hazard came to Chelsea, we gained a lot of new supporters just because of Eden Hazard. And I expect we lost some supporters to Real Madrid when Hazard eventually left the club. And I'm going to give you an example. I was in Orlando a few years ago, and usually you don't see a lot of PSG shirts. And this guy, he had a PSG shirt on, and I went over to him. He was in one of the fast food places that I was eating at, and I said, what made you choose PSG then? And he goes, Neymar. And then he turned around, he's got Neymar on the back of his shirt. And that's why a lot of things, when Neymar joined PSG, that's what one of the things was. It wasn't only because of what they were getting as a player, superb player as he is, but because they knew that he would be bringing a lot of support, especially like South American support, with him. And that's the case, because people who never dreamed of supporting PSG before started supporting them because of Neymar. But okay, that's fair enough, liking a particular player, but please don't say you're a Chelsea supporter if what I'm seeing on Twitter is some of the stuff that I'm seeing on Twitter is just really ridiculous. And I'm gonna read you a few of the tweets which are coming out. And the first one is from this guy. He's even got EH17 still as his title, and he claims to be a Chelsea supporter, but in the tweet it says, let me read it for you guys, because I'm going to show it to you as well, because you won't even believe it, probably. It says, Chelsea has no right to beat Real Madrid. It is extremely disrespectful to Eden Hazard. He left Chelsea to win the Champions League, and as a club legend, Chelsea players should let him score and win. That is the only way Chelsea can truly thank Eden Hazard for all he's done for us. What? What? Excuse me? What nonsense is this I'm reading? Are you for real? Obviously he's not for real. Obviously he can't be for real. Yeah, embarrassing. Embarrassing. And that's not all. If it were just one, then it'll be, Heard some Chelsea fans are praying Madrid wins the UCL because of guess who? And that's making us into a laughing stock, or our so-called support is turning us into a laughing stock. Here's another one, CFC Kevs. Right. Chelsea over any player, and that is certain and always will be. Love Hazard a lot, and I will give him my and I'll give my muscles to see him play. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's all right watching them to see him play. That's great. But this guy is saying that he's a Chelsea fan over any player. So that's the sort of thing I want. You know, I still love Eden Hazard, and there's nothing wrong in that. But wanting Chelsea to lose so that Eden Hazard can win a title, that's just pushing it so much. So that last tweet, I give him a lot of respect, that guy, because that's the way that all Chelsea fans should be thinking. Let me see some more. I want Real Madrid to win the UCL because of our legend, Eden Hazard. He deserves a UCL trophy. Seriously? So you want him to win it and Chelsea to do just so that Eden Hazard gets a trophy? Seriously? Real Madrid, a team who's won the Champions League 13 times already, you know, but because Hazard hasn't won one, you don't want Chelsea to win it for the second time. Lost for words. Some Chelsea fans want Madrid to beat us because of Eden Hazard. All of you plus Hazard are very mad. Another good one, another decent post. Right, here's another one. Chelsea ready to stroke Eden Hazard in a Chelsea versus Real confrontation. Frankly, I really don't understand them, but I'm not surprised I said that because supports Chelsea for Hazard. That one, I think I did it as a translate, Google Translate. So, but what I think the guy is trying to say here is that everyone's stroking Eden Hazard's ego and wanting him to do well, even if it means getting Chelsea knocked out. And as I said earlier, not surprised because they're not really Chelsea fans, they're more Eden Hazard fans. Eden Hazard, I say Eden Hazard FC. If there's a club, a new club, Eden Hazard FC, then they'll just abandon Chelsea to join Eden Hazard FC. Right, what's this one? I agree. However, some guys come out a DM and said he wanted us to lose the Champions League so Eden Hazard had a chance of getting it, and he's a Chelsea fan. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. So this is just embarrassing, guys. Embarrassing. There's more. I can read out more. Let me just read this one. CFC team. It says Reece James. Someone wrote Reece James about Hazard. Reece James will have you in his back pocket for 90 minutes. And the person's response, someone's responded and says Reece James couldn't even pocket Harvey Barnes in his back pocket. Talk about my Hazard. My Hazard, talk about my Hazard not happening in capitals. And this guy claims to be a Chelsea fan. So that's why someone's come out and says, change your bio to Hazard fan 10 rather than whatever his one is, Mastermind Kai. Can you believe that? He's defending him. Someone's saying that James is going to pocket him and he takes offence. He takes offence as a Chelsea fan. So another Chelsea fan has a bit of banter and saying that James is going to pocket Hazard. He's sticking up for Hazard over sticking up for Chelsea. Get out of my club. That's what I'm saying. All of you nonsense people, get out of my club. We don't want you in our club. You're embarrassing to the club. You're embarrassing to us, our supporters, and you're turning us into a laughing stock. You know, I'm just annoyed by this. You know, this is ridiculous. Yeah, we don't want to be seen as some plastic club. We're already called a plastic club as it is. But when we got all these so-called Chelsea supporters coming out with tweets like this, it's no wonder other supporters laugh at us and call us plastic. You know, go to Real Madrid. You're not wanted here. If you want Hazard so badly and you love him so badly, Real Madrid is over there, mate. Go follow Real Madrid. There's no room for you at Chelsea. So, rant over. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, guys. Are you one of these mad supporters who actually prefer Hazard to win it over Chelsea? If Hazard scores a hat-trick over Chelsea and knocks them out, are you going to say, okay, at least it was Hazard who scored a hat-trick, so we're not too disappointed by it? Or are you going to be devastated? I, for one, am going to be devastated. Fact is, if we do get knocked out and Real Madrid are in the final, then yeah, I'll prefer to Real Madrid to win it over the other two, yeah, to give Hazard a medal, but not at the expense of Chelsea. It's only if they beat us, I'll be devastated, I'll be really devastated. But if they get to the final, then yeah, Hazard can have his moment then. But, you know, Chelsea first, always Chelsea FC for me, not Hazard FC, Sarri FC, or whatever FC, Jorginho FC, or whatever. I'm Chelsea FC. Okay, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with everyone. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you on the next one.